Hello and welcome to the Ariman Show. I am your host Ariman Upasni and today we'll be talking about India's 15-member squad for the T20 World Cup in June 2024. Honestly, this has been the one thing that everyone is talking about. This is the only thing that everyone is talking about. After all, the World Cup squads are almost about to be released. From what I hear, 1st May is the cutoff date and is also the day most likely when India is going to name their 15-member squad. So obviously, all the pundits are on it, all the presenters are on it, all the anchors are on it. So why not me? So today I'll just be basically talking about what my 15-member squad would be, what are the reasons behind it, who will be missing out, who could be substituting whom, and at the end I will also be talking about my starting 11 for the World Cup. So let's get straight into it. Talking about the 15-member squad, there are a few players who have a direct entry into the squad. I mean, there is no discussion that should be done whether they are in the squad or not. I just name those players: Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant, Hardik Pandya and Ravindra Jadeja, Jasprit Bumrah, and Kuldeep Yadav. So these are the players I think they should have a direct entry no matter what. No discussions done, no questions asked. I already see you raising your eyebrows when I said Hardik Pandya's name or when I said Ravindra Jadeja's name. But again, I do have a good reason for that, which I will talk about. But first, let me just reveal my 15-member squad. So for me, I think let's just talk about batsmen. So for me, the batsmen in the squad will be Rohit Sharma, number 1, Yashasvi Jaiswal, number 2, Virat Kohli, number 3, Surya Kumar Yadav, number 4, and number 5 is Rinku Singh. Talking about wicket keepers, number 6, of course, Rishabh Pant. There is no other alternative to the first wicket keeper. Number 7, I am choosing KL Rahul over Sanju Samson. Now, my reason of choosing KL Rahul over Sanju Samson, even though both of them have similar figures in this IPL, is really very simple. Number 1 is the wicket keeping. Now, no way I mean that Sanju Samson is a bad wicket keeper, but KL Rahul has time and again proved that he is a much more reliable option. Even from before the 2023 World Cup, he has been keeping for India when Rishabh Pant was absent. So obviously he has done this for a long time. He now has the experience to do it really well, and he's just gotten very well at it. So that is one advantage KL Rahul has on Sanju Samson, is that he has kept for India for a very, very long time. The second advantage, KL Rahul is much more consistent than Sanju Samson. Like I said, even though the figures of KL Rahul and Sanju Samson, they match each other, there is hardly any difference between the figures between the two. You know, the runs that they've got in the matches, it's almost same. But like I always say, consistency is the key. So while Sanju Samson has the same figures as KL Rahul, he's only got them in, I think, 3 or 4 innings where he has actually played. And in the rest of the 5 or 6 innings, he's just messed up over and over again. Whereas KL Rahul, he has messed up in a few innings, but in the larger scheme of things, he has been much more consistent. Like, I'll give you an example. For example, both of them, let's say, have played 10 matches in the IPL. Both of them have scored 300 runs. Would you go for a player who performed in 4 matches and got those 300 runs, but then you have your B player who has in every game scored 30 runs? So one who has played consistently and reached the 300 mark, or one who has played for in only maybe 3 or 4 innings and has reached the 300 mark? For me, consistency is the key. Even though KL Rahul might, not always get the big scores, but at least he's consistent with what he does. At least he will get you those 20 runs, those 30 runs. But in the case of Sanju Samson, it's one day it's going to be 10, one day it's going to be 9, one day it's going to be 90, one day it's going to be 80, but the other day, again, it's 10 runs or 15 runs or 20 runs at max. So I would rather choose a much more consistent player, and that is why KL Rahul gets to be in my squad. Moving towards all rounders, like I said, this is a controversial take, but Hardik Pandya and Ravindra Jadeja stay in my squad. Let's talk about these two first. Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja, both of them not in really good form throughout the IPL. In whatever 9 matches we've seen, or 8 or 9 matches that we've seen them play, both of them have not really scored a lot of runs. Hardik Pandya especially has had a very bad time with the bat. He's also had a very bad time with the ball. But the reason I choose him is because at times when you need a player, I think I can trust Hardik Pandya more than any other all-rounder currently playing in the IPL when it comes to India. Same goes for Jadeja. Jadeja has not taken a lot of wickets. I think has only taken 5 wickets in whatever 8-9 matches that he has played. But he's also just scored 160 or 170 runs as well in that very same period. But I think when I am looking at the World Cup and when I'm looking from a Team India point of view, I really want a player who has less economy and who can, in those crucial moments, stay and hit those big shots. I think Ravindra Jadeja and Hardik Pandya both have that capability, even though they might not be performing at the level that we expected of them at the moment. But I think they will be a very good fit for the 15-member squad. And of course, also when you talk about Hardik Pandya, it's not just his performance in IPL. There are a lot of exterior factors also affecting his performance, of which I think the biggest reason has to be the people. People have been abusing him so much. They have been trolling him so much for joining Mumbai Indians and taking over the captaincy for Rohit Sharma, that I think it is that external pressure that is actually affecting his game. And when it comes to the T20 World Cup, I hope there is no such trolling or no such abuses that they go towards him, and that he'll be able to play with a much more clear mind without any of that white noise around him. And I think that will help him perform, because of course when you're playing for India, no matter what, you have to support your players. You have to support your Indian players, and you cannot really diss him at that time. And I think that is why I feel at a World Cup he'll have a much more clear mind. He'll obviously also would have learned to deal with all the naysayers and all the abusers. So I think he'll have a much more clear mind. He'll only be working on his performances, not hearing the white noise. So for me, he is a reliable player. Same goes for Ravindra Jadeja. Both of them crucial part of my squad. Along with them, a new name, Shivam Dube. He has impressed me throughout the IPL. Surprisingly, he has not bowled a single ball in this IPL, but he has batted, and he has batted really, really well. So even though he technically is an all-rounder, he hasn't bowled at all. So really, you can just put him in the batsman section. But if Rohit does want to give an over here or there, he will then have the option of Shivam Dube, who could also bowl a couple of overs at least. Moving on to the bowlers, I think the core of my bowling will be Jasprit Bumrah and Kuldeep Yadav. Other than that, since Mohammad Shami is unavailable, we are again in a kind of dilemma as to who our other two pacers will be and who our second spinner be. So for me, our two pacers other than Jasprit Bumrah have to be Mukesh Kumar and Sandeep Sharma. Now, Mukesh Kumar, he has bowled really well. Same with Sandeep Sharma. He has bowled well over and over again, but he has, for some reason, always been overlooked because let's face the reality. When you are a team like India, you already have your fixed set of bowlers. So getting entry into the team is a really hard task. And unfortunately for Sandeep Sharma, that hasn't happened. But I feel the World Cup can be uh, like a gate for him, entering into India's international team. Again, the reason why I include Mukesh Kumar and Sandeep Sharma instead of any other player like Mohammad Siraj or Ashdeep Singh is simple. Look at the stats and look at how they're performing this IPL. Let's just look at Mukesh Kumar. He's played 7 games this IPL. He's taken 13 wickets and he has given 282 runs in this IPL. Now let's look at Sandeep Sharma. Sandeep Sharma has taken 8 wickets in just 4 matches and he has been very economical as well. Now when you compare them to let's say Ashdeep Singh, Arshdeep Singh, he has bowled again spectacularly. No denying that. But Arshdeep Singh, he's bowled in 9 games. He's taken 12 wickets. He's given 302 runs. So at a time when you have a player like Mukesh Kumar who has taken one more wicket than you in 2 less games, even though his economy is slightly higher than yours, I will go for Mukesh Kumar. I will go for a bowler who has a high wicket taking ability rather than a bowler who has a low economy. When you already have Jasprit Bumrah, who one has a low economy and also takes wickets. So, and of course, when you are playing in the World Cup, economy always does not matter. What matters is wickets, and we've seen that. Let's just take a look at the 2023 World Cup semi-final. It did not matter how much economy Shami's was, but when he took those 7 wickets that won India the game, it was not his economy but the wickets. So wickets matter the most, and that is the reason I choose Mukesh Kumar and Sandeep Sharma. Both of them who have that wicket taking ability, who have regularly taken wickets for their franchise, and it's just that knack for taking wickets that makes them and that gives them an entry into my 15 member. Now the last spot, the second spinner. Tricky, really tricky, but really goes down to 2 options: Akshar Patel and Yuzvendra Chahal, out of whom I have to be ballsy and I have to go with Yuzvendra Chahal. Akshar Patel, he bowls well. He has a very good economy. He also has the ability to bat and to score big. But like I said, usually my focus is on the wicket taking abilities rather than economy. You obviously you have to be economical, but at the same time you need to take wickets. And for Akshar Patel, I don't think that has happened this IPL. I mean, Akshar is a good bowler, but he is more of an economical bowler than a wicket taker. He has a very good economy, but he does not take wickets. So when I talk about a wicket taking bowler, he just doesn't make the cut. And that is what brings us to Yuzvendra Chahal, who has in his 9 matches in IPL this season taking 13 wickets. So that completes our 15 member squad for India. Let's just go through it once again. My 15 member squad is Rohit Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Virat Kohli, Surya Kumar Yadav, Rinku Singh, Rishabh Pant, KL Rahul, Shivam Dube, Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja, Jasprit Bumrah, Mukesh Kumar, Sandeep Sharma, Kuldeep Yadav, and UZ Chahal. Now, of course, there are also a lot of bowlers, a lot of emerging players who have been performing well in IPL this season. But like I said, getting an entry into the squad is just too difficult. For example, Harshal Patel, he is in really good form. He's bowled in 9 innings, and out of those 9 innings, he's taken 14 wickets. But at the same time, he's given 362 runs. So it is literally a game of margins. It's just the 362 runs that keeps him below Mukesh Kumar or Sandeep Sharma. Even though he's taken 1 wicket more than Mukesh Kumar, he still stays under him just because of the runs. And not just him, there's T. Natarajan, there's Khalil Ahmed, there's Ardeep Singh, like I said, and there's also Tushar Deshpande, who's taken good amount of wickets. All of them have taken 10 wickets, 12 wickets, 13 wickets. But like I said, getting an entry into the system is just too difficult. And at the end of the day, it is all but a game of margins. And for me, these are the 15 players who clear the margin, who clear the cutoff. Now, moving on to a different segment, I can say, is in case of injuries, or basically backup players who, if circumstances arise, might come into the World Cup. And we've seen players getting injured in the last time, or something comes up and suddenly they have to leave, or they cannot go to the World Cup, and then you are in a flurry of finding players as backup to send to the World Cup. In that case, BCCI should thank me, because I have thought of that. When it comes to batsmen, you have Shubman Gill, who is ready, who is available. He's not at his top level right now in IPL, but again, he's performing decently, he's performing consistently, and I think that is enough for me. When it comes to wicket keepers, Sanju Samson is my backup wicket keeper. Coming to bowling, like I said, a lot of bowlers, a lot of good bowlers. There's Arshdeep Singh, there's Harshal Patel, there's even Avesh Khan, who make the cut for me. But unfortunately, coming to bowling, like I said, there are a lot of bowlers who've been performing really well in IPL. And it's out of those players that I have chosen Arshdeep Singh, Harshal Patel, and Avesh Khan as my backup bowlers for India. They can probably even travel with the Indian team as net bowlers. Even T. Natarajan can be an inclusion to that. But in addition to these, a couple of names, Shashank Singh, Ashutosh, and Jitesh Sharma. Now, these three players, they have been so brilliant this year in the middle order. They're performing so well that if Surya Kumar is, not available, or anything happens to, let's say, Rinku Singh, and he's not able to fly with the Indian squad for the World Cup, it's out of these three players who will definitely make the cut. And when it comes to bowling, another probable substitution that can happen, if it happens, is Ruturaj Gaikwad in place of Yashasvi Jaiswal. I mean, he has been brilliant after all. He scored almost 450 runs in this year's edition of IPL alone. So definitely he warrants recognition, and he warrants a position as a backup batsman at least. And of course, talking about all-rounders, if there is a substitution that happens between, I think, let's say, Hardik Pandya or Ravindra Jadeja, and I think we already have our answer in Akshar Patel. Like I said, he is a good bowler. He's a very economical bowler. Does not leak runs a lot. He also does take wickets on his good days. One thing that makes him unique than the others is also his batting ability, and that is why he can be a really good backup all-rounder for India. You might also be thinking about a lot of these young players like Mayank Yadav or Ashutosh or Jitesh as to why they are not brought into the World Cup squad. I think the answer is pretty simple. It has to be their international experience, since all these players, they are literally the emerging players. and they do not have any sort of international experience, it would be unfair not only on the team or the fans, but actually on them to, suddenly bring them up in the squad. While obviously it will be a happy occasion for them, no doubt, but to suddenly get them into the World Cup and expect them to perform on the same level as veterans do, that will be very tough on them. So I think that is clearly the most essential reason why they are not in the squad. On to my 11 for the T20 World Cup. Now, this was very tricky to find a proper 11, but there will be some permutations and combinations that might happen throughout the tournament. This is what I am foreseeing. Call me an astrologist, but this is what I foresee happening. But my playing 11 for India will be, opening will be Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal. Number 3 is Virat Kohli. Number 4 will be Surya Kumar Yadav. Number 5 will be Rinku Singh. Number 6 will be Rishabh Pant. Number 7 will be Ravindra Jadeja. Number 8 will be Jasprit Bumrah. Number 9 will be Mukesh Kumar. Number 10 will be Kuldeep Yadav. And number 11, Sandeep Sharma. Now, talking about the permutations and combinations I was speaking about, the permutation combination that I see happening is Shivam Dube coming in for Surya Kumar Yadav at number 4. Maybe Rinku Singh goes on to number 4, and if Shivam Dube actually comes in for Surya Kumar, he'll drop down to number 5. But if Surya Kumar Yadav is to be substituted, it has to be Shivam Dube who substitutes Surya Kumar Yadav. Then moving down to number 7, Ravindra Jadeja sees his substitution in Yuzvendra Chahal. So let's say India is playing on a track that is very good for spin. I feel instead of Ravindra Jadeja, it should be Yuzvendra Chahal because of his wicket taking ability, and obviously because his form is much better than Ravindra Jadeja's in the current scenario. I am talking about right now, the 29th of April. Now, I don't know, probably by 26th of May or by the time the World Cup starts, Ravindra Jadeja's form suddenly, gets so much better that he overshadows Yuzvendra Chahal. I don't know, that can happen. Month or month and a half is a big time for changes to happen. So as of now, the only substitution I can see for Ravindra Jadeja is Yuzvendra Chahal in case it is a spinning track. But if it is a track which somewhat favors fast bowlers, I might go with Hardik Pandya instead of Ravindra Jadeja. So like I said, a lot of permutations and combinations, but the core of my 11 players who will never be substituted: Rohit Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Virat Kohli, Rinku Singh, Rishabh Pant, Bumrah, Mukesh Kumar, Kuldeep Yadav, Sandeep Sharma. No changes for them, no substitutions for them. They play in any circumstance. That's how good they are, and that is how essential they are to the Indian squad. So that was my 15-player squad for India in the T20 World Cup in June 2024. That was my starting 11. I honestly shared my thoughts on why these players are in the squad, why these players are in the 11, why some players had to be left out, why some players missed out even getting into the squad, and why in spite of being in the squad, some players are going to miss out on being in the 11, and are seeing some veterans miss out on being in the 11. So that is huge. But if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that bell icon so every time I make a video, you get a notification. If you're watching this or hearing this or on Spotify or any other streaming service, follow the Aryaman Show and get updated with all episodes and all podcasts that I make, all shows that I make. um we'll meet soon enough. Till then, stay healthy, stay good. Cheers.